Hello, welcome back to another Dragon the Sorceress gameplay part 116. I'm RobotGz. Last time I did more dungeons, talked to some more NPCs, and found out who Norfae really is, while continuing the Sorceress story. So let's continue. Now you might be wondering, where's Cyberpunk 2077? Can't really record it right now because it's updating. Won't get done until tomorrow, but I will be recording it tomorrow. I'll be recording it Saturday since tomorrow will be Mario Party. So, but I'm almost done with Mario Party. Hopefully. Oh yeah. Why? About 70 odd refugees just arrived in Radamez. I don't think Anna can handle them on her own, so I made some potions for her. Please take them to her. As always, please don't tell her that it was me who made them. Tell her that a hologram made them. A hologram. Okay, sure. You, I'm so busy. Why are you standing there and making me even more stressed? There's nothing for you to do here, so go away. Anna, do you need this potion? Wow, just what I needed. RobotGz, you're a smart kid. You bring the right stuff when I need it the most. Especially if it's Saiyan blood. But not even the skilled sorceress can make this potion. Who gave this to you? I'll say a passerby gave it to me. Anyway, you must be tired with so many refugees suddenly entering Radamez. I have no time to rest, but it's a good thing that many people were rescued. I'm not tired at all. In fact, I wish more people came here. The refugees who came this time also said that they almost died because they were chased by the army of destruction. Luckily, a red-headed young man appeared and saved them. They said he looked strong, but somewhat troubled. He pointed the way to Radamez and said something like they would suffer if he went with them before he disappeared. It seems like the refugees were touched by his actions. They are calling him the Red Savior now and worship him. Well, they need at least something to believe in, don't they? It must be Ruminar. He must be helping people when he gets a hold of himself. Oh, right. This is a scroll of ingredients needed to treat the refugees. Please take it to Lord Norfae. Go to hologram Norfae since Sorceress Anna might become suspicious. Oh, did Anna ask you to deliver something? It was clever of you to come to the hologram. You could have created suspicion if you came straight to me. Norfae, it's about Gregory. Is it really impossible for him to join the anti-Gz faction? You take it in so many refugees, but I don't understand why you say no to Gregory. The refugees lost their homeland and have nowhere else to go. Although RobotGz is known to be a barren land to people outside, it is known to be an area without childs. They deserve our protection since they came here for that little hope. And everyone is checked to make sure that none of them are childs in disguise. There is a child's jewel in RobotGz, so we use it to check reactions in the refugees. Taking in the weak who come for protection and accepting someone who into the anti-Gz faction are completely different things. But Gregory will definitely be useful to us, at least for real. Tell him what Iris said. That's very interesting. He remembered the face of his family that he had forgotten. But I can't take the risk unless I'm certain. I think it's too early for Greel and Gregory to meet each other. But we can still test it out. Do you say you're going to meet Gregory at Vulcanus Swamp? I'll come with you. If he has memories of his family back, then maybe Gregory has become a mutant child, although I'm not completely sure yet. No! I'm just saying no to. Oh, let's go back to these dungeons that I've already been to. I don't know. If people want me to do a speed run with this game, let me know. But like, obviously, I'll do a different class. Like, I wouldn't mind doing Collie or Assassin. Collie and the colleague because of Lost Saga and Assassin because one of the game nights we did we played Dragoness and I chose Assassin. So his name was not Ezio. And I deleted him because I didn't know if we were gonna continue with playing Dragoness on game night. Because now we like meet up with game night since we're all like vaccinated. But yeah, I'm strongly considering making a virtual game night, but it'll have to be like on a different day. And yes, there is a possibility that I could stream or record it. Oh, okay. That killed everyone. Here we go. RobotGz, is he really a child? I'm scared. Don't come near me. Gregory, what's wrong? That boy, he's a child. I can feel his jewel. How dare you trick me? I'm not a child. What you felt was the child's jewel sealed in a necklace that I'm wearing. If you can differentiate whether the energy is from a living child or a jewel, you must really be a weak child, just like what RobotGz said. You have a child's jewel on a necklace? That's dangerous. Give it to me if you're not going to use the jewel. You're greedy just like a child. There's no way I will give this to you. I came here to learn about how you remembered the days when you were still a human. Why should I tell you? You're just a little boy. RobotGz, I said I wanted to meet someone high-ranking in the anti-gods faction. Why did you bring this kid instead? He's the highest person in the anti-gods faction. Norface squints his eyes. Errand boy, he'll deliver whatever you say to his boss. I don't know. I was just scared of dying. The thought that I didn't want to die remained in my head. But such a weak person like me is bound to get killed by someone who's stronger, isn't it? So I gave up on myself, but I saw the people who died to save a girl who seemed so weak and useless, and that made me angry. When she can live on, why do I need to die? Even those who are weaker than me survive. That made me mad, and I suddenly remembered everything that made me angry until now, and I screamed, I don't want to die. I don't really know how I recovered the memories after that. My mind was blurred. I seemed to have smashed the things around me. By the way, this may sound weird, but I'm actually a scientist in another dimension. That's not entirely weird. I would think it was my own memory, but I saw something very clearly. I saw a woman crying. She had long black hair, a very beautiful body. but I don't remember what she said. But I vowed to live for her and fight for her. And I said I don't like myself. I told her I want to live for myself. After that, I suddenly didn't want to live for the gods anymore. It's not your own memory, but you sound as if it is. That's interesting. Maybe it's a memory etched into the jewel before it got into you. I I told you everything, so show me the way to Rodimus now. Let me join the anti-goddess faction. Man Mountain may kill me if I stay here any longer. That's not possible. Your story is interesting, but you're still trying to live for yourself. Rodimus is only open to those who are willing to die for others who are weaker than you. What are you talking about? The reason why I want to join the anti-goddess faction is to stay alive, and you're asking where I can die? How dare an Arab boy like you tell me what to do? Fine. I'll tell my master about you. Will that be good? RobotGz, let's go back. The only thing with the speedrun though is that I'll have to, like, if we're gonna do assassin, like I'll just use the same name I used before, not Ezio. But if you guys want me to do Kali, then like I'll have to think of a name or. Gregory surely deviates from the childs I know, but I can't say for sure he's a mutant like Grill. Grill has a goal of protecting his sister, and his sister even worked for Rodimus, so it was easy for us to accept him. But Gregory is too dangerous. If his goals are only to protect his own life, then he may betray the anti-goddess faction. Also, other people in the anti-goddess faction may be hostile to Gregory. Then will you accept Gregory if he does something important for the anti-goddess faction? It depends on what he can do. RobotGz, I'm not against you meeting with him, but we need to be careful if you want Grill to meet him too. Grill is still unstable, but with the hints from Gregory, I think I have a way to make him more stable. Drake is at the hologram. It seems to be something important since he went through the hologram, not me. Please go to the central square where Draint is. I came across a child investigator while I was looking for Ruminart. I think they realized that the Ruminart apparition you showed them was a fake one, and they seem to have found out about Rodimus too. Oh no. Norfolk looks around and fakes a cough. That's bad news. Army of Destruction is bound to attack us when they discover how Rodmez is flourishing. In the worst case, everyone in Rodmez may need to leave this place. Can the injured and sick refugees survive such a journey? Carry on my wayward son, there will be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest, don't you cry no more. Yes, that journey, of course. What other journey would there be? The one we're going on? Anyways. Most of the old and young and about half the women and men will die. My master academia lost that many people while leading people to Rodmez from the homeland that was devastated by a child. I would definitely want to stop that from happening. In order to turn their attention away from the southern lands, we need to create confusion in the Army of Destruction. We can't use the Runar player anymore since they know it's a trick. There's nowhere else to turn to. It's time we ask the anti-gods faction in various countries to start fighting the Childs. Fight the Childs? It's too rash for humans to fight the Childs right now. You're right. But one thing I found out from Grill and Gregory is that childs lose their self-control when they are faced with memories when they were still human. We don't need to kill kids to divert Army of Destruction's attention. All we need is a high child showing weird symptoms. That would be enough to keep the adult Empire on their toes and forget about Rodmez. It is hard to find out about a child's past, but the Holy Adult Empire, which needs to control the child, should have records about them. There's an anti-God faction even in the Holy Adult Empire? Well, I'm not sure if he can be considered a member of the anti-God faction. He's just someone who is interested in making profits. Agent Better Call Saul of the Grizzly Camp has just arrived at the Black Lake. This is my letter for him. We'll pass him the letter. RobotGz, let's go to the Black Lake. Let's not.
Over here?
No. I want to skip this. Oh, excuse me if I wasn't fast enough. Frickin' A.
Over here? Come, my friends. Destroy them all. Turn up the
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Really? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to defeat these guys first.
burn, baby, burn!
Now can I freaking talk to them? I'll just do regular voice. Why is a new face here to meet me this time? It was Norfe who wanted to hide working with our camp more than anyone else. What kind of camp is it that Norfe wants to keep a secret? Hahaha, I guess our notoriety has not reached the Southlands yet. We're the headache of the East. Think of us as bandits who gain up with childs and rob the poor and the weak. Bandits? He's planning to make a high child act weird? Saul's eyes shine with interest. Could you show me his letter? I see. Earning the trust of child Harpa for such a long time is finally paying its price. This is something only someone who has earned the trust of a high child can do. That means only our camp can do this job. I'm glad that Lord Norfe has found a clue on destroying the childs. I will make my way now. Go back and report to Norfe. Good. I'm relieved to hear that Saul was glad. It isn't a simple task. You would need to enter a child's bedroom and make him remember his past. Child Harpa is situated relatively far away from the adult empire among the high childs, so he needs a device to keep him in contact with the goddess. When Child Harpa is confused by the memories of his past, the bandits will destroy that device. The camp will probably make it seem like a power struggle. Then what will happen to the Grizzly camp people? They will probably die. Orphe avoids eye contact. Are there any chances of survival? Like killing Harpa when he becomes confused? A high child is stronger than you think. It would be impossible for the Grizzly camp to kill him. I know it was cruel of me to ask them to take this job. Why did they take this job? They are notorious bandits. Though the leader of the camp is not related to Harpa's past, he is related to someone killed by Harpa. What motivates them is not justice or loyalty, it's revenge. A vengeance towards childs. They are not moved by justice. Norfe looks sad with scorn for himself when he says that. This land seems to be full of hatred and grief, more than what I had imagined. Oh, by the way, Sister Anna was looking for you, RobotGz. Okay. I heard you've been hanging out with someone that Lord Norfay told you to stay away from. What are you thinking? He has created a big trouble now. What are you talking about? There's a boy who was beaten up by that weird jewel merchant at Red Waste. Thank goodness the Red Savior appeared to save the boy, or else he wouldn't have come back alive. You mean Gregory? No way. He wanted to join the anti-goddess faction. You don't believe me. There's the boy who's almost gotten beaten up to death, so go and check out for yourself. Sorceress Anna points to refugee boy bat. Okay. Are you here to ask me questions too? Everyone will interpret what I say in their own way, anyway. So is it the truth that you want to hear, or lies? I want the truth. You want the truth? Can you handle it? Sometimes. Well, alright. I'll tell you the real truth that everyone wants to turn away from. It's up to you to decide whether to accept it. People are calling me with fancy names like the boy who was saved by the the Red Savior, or the Our Messiah. But I'm not someone special. His tone has suddenly changed. Rather the Red Savior attacked me, he probably did that because he was scared that I, the future Messiah, would take his place. I saw two sides of the Red Savior. One side of him saves lives, but the other side attacks the future Messiah who is just a young child. It's hard to understand what he's trying to say, but it seems like Grimnart lost his sanity and attacked this boy. I thought to myself, is this the end for me, of me? The one who has a mission to save the future world? Then right at the moment of despair, a man saved me. He was an evil man who was not even allowed to enter Radames. Am I such a precious person that even evil men risk their lives to save me? That's what I am. The evil man shouted at the Red Savior to come to his senses. Then the Red Savior cringed like he was in pain and flew away. I told everyone what I saw, but those stupid adults said I was making up stories and concluded on their own that it was the Red Savior who saved me. They are fools who don't see the truth. The boy has finished talking. Think about what he said for a while. Okay, alright, that is going to be it for now. So, till next time to Dragon Sorceress Gameplay Part 117, this is RobotGz signing off. Bye.